Check this out. John chapter 36, verse 5, all the way to verse 12. Behold, God is mighty, and despiseth not any. He is mighty in strength and wisdom. He preserveth not the life of the wicked, but giveth right to the poor. He withdraweth not his eyes from the righteous, but with kings are they on the throne. Yea, he doeth establish them forever, and they are exalted. And if they be bound in fetters, and be holden in cords of affliction, then he showeth them their work, and their transgressions that they have exceeded. He openeth also their ear to discipline, and commandeth that they return from iniquity. If they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity, and their years in pleasures. But if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword, and they shall die without knowledge. Here we learn that God is mighty, and he despiseth not any. He loves everyone, and he does not want anyone to perish or to die. He preserveth not the life of the wicked, but give right to the poor. Who is the poor? It says next, he withdraweth not his eyes from the righteous. It says the righteous are like kings who are on the throne, and he established them forever. So God wants to establish the righteous forever. It says, if they be bound in fetters and be holden in cords of affliction. Let's see what these words mean. So the word fetters, let me see that, comes from H2187 Z-call. Properly what leaps forth, that is flash of fire or burning arrow. Also, from the original sense of the root, a bond, or also a chain. Fetters, fireband, spark. So in this context, let's say this is a chain. If they be bound in chains and beholden in cords of affliction. While we're here, let's look at what affliction is. Depression, that is misery, affliction, and trouble. Job faced depression, misery, and affliction. He was also bound in fetters by chain, the chain of Satan who had control over his life. It says this next, right after verse 8. Then he, God, showeth them their work and their transgressions that they have exceeded. Transgression is what? Look at John 3:4. Whosoever committeth sin, transgresseth also the law. For sin is transgression of the law. So God wants to show us what sin is inside of us. He wants to expose that to us. So the next, he openeth also our ears to discipline, and commandeth that we return from iniquity. So when we are bound in chains of affliction and we're stuck in our sin, God wants to show us the work that we're doing that's causing us to sin, to transgress. And he opens our ears to discipline through his word and commands that we return from iniquity. And when we do that, if they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasures. That's a promise. Choose today to turn away from sin. Stay motivated. Christ motivated.